Hello everyone. It's been a while. Over a year since I last made a video. But today we're actually coming to you live. Not necessarily live. Never said I made any sense. We're coming at you today with a new game that is not Minecraft, because I swear to God, the only videos I've ever made on my channel that have stayed up for any amount of time have been my Minecraft ones. Today, we're playing Dragon Age Origins. I do not know if this will be a one-off. I don't know if I'm only going to play through the origin that I'm going to pick today. I already know which origin I'm going to pick. Actually, this is my second recording of this, because the first one kept having interruptions because I filmed it on Thanksgiving, and the audio was really squampus. I have a brand new mic, and so I'm having issues. So, if you ever hear weird noises, that's just me moving. So, we're going to hit a new game. We're going to play Origins. I have all the DLCs. I also have mods. So if we get to the point where we do play the full game, I cannot guarantee that we're going to see all of the parts of the game, because I have mods that skips things. So, let's start this Origin. I'm going to get a drink. And so is the Golden City, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You've brought sin to heaven and doom upon the world, all the world. Gonna try.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Spooky setup. Man. So, the background you select will determine which of 6 distinct openings, stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. And when it says that, for the most part, it's just each one of the origins has their own effect on the gameplay, because basically things happen. You can play as either male or female, and one of the 3 of the 4 races in the game, human, I'm gonna play as a lady, I don't know why I selected a dude, human, elf, or dwarf. If you pick a dwarf, you cannot play as a mage, you can only play as a rogue or a warrior, and you have 2 background choices. You can either be a common dwarf or a dwarf noble. They just look so weirdly proportioned. Like, for real though. Why aren't... It's just like they took an adult... Either one of these other 2 can be an adult human and just squished her. Elf, you can play as any of the 3. If you play as an elf, you actually get access to 3 origins. It's the only one with 3. If you play as a rogue or a warrior, you can either be a Dalish elf, or a city elf. We're not going to play an elf. I like playing elves. Or you can also, if you're a mage, you will only be able to do the Magi origin. As much as I like playing elves, and I usually always play elves, in this game I'm not playing an elf. Because I know what I kind of want to do, and so it's better if I play a human noble. So we're going to pick human. As a human, you only get 2 options. If you pick rogue or warrior, you're automatically a human noble. And if you play as a mage, you're automatically put in the circle of Magi. All of these origins, they all have their own impact on gameplay. Human noble, personally, is one of my favorites. I've played through most of them. I've not played through the dwarf commoner because I don't like playing dwarves in any Dragon Age game. I say you can play 3 out of the 4 races because there is a 4th race. You only run into like 3 or 4 of the people of that race in this game, and it is called the Kunari. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I should also mention that this is Dragon Age Origins, as I said earlier, and it is the first in the game series, which has 4. 4 is not out yet, but its follow-ups are Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. The other 2 games are nothing like this one, combat-wise, or like the way they're set up. For example, in Dragon Age 2, you play as a set character, you play as Hawk, male or female, and you can play any of the 3 classes, but you're always going to be a human. And then Inquisition, you just don't have the accessibility to all of these other origins. But you can play as all the races in that one. You can be a Kunari, which is nice. Everyone, I swear to God, everyone plays a freaking Kunari in that game. Not really. I always play an elf, but that's because I have reasons. This is where you get to see some of my mods, because she's gonna look real pretty. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily film myself making a character, because I take ages to do that. So we're gonna cut here. I also think I have a package delivered, and I want to go grab that because it may or may not be Christmas presents to my mother. So I'm going to cut here, and I will see you guys back when we have a character, and I probably have a package in my hand. So see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, I am back. I was gonna say something. I did in fact have a package. We're good. We got it. This is our character. We just finished making her. Her hair is modded. Her eyes are modded. I think everything about her is modded. I can give you guys the same list of mods I got from my sister. That's about all I can give you. But yeah. So her name is Lily, because you can change that, and I did not like the default name, so we're doing that. Lily Gooseland. So, and you can do quick play and immediately get into the game, or you can customize it a little bit. I'm gonna customize. So I'm gonna put more into cunning, more into dexterity, and another point into strength. So you have all of these. As a human, you start out with combat training 1, poison making if you're a rogue. Combat training 1, poison making, and then you have 1 attribute to spend. I recommend getting coercion. Coercion is going to save your hide, because it's the way you talk yourself out of things. So we're gonna pick coercion, and then we have 2 talent points to spend, in which we can put into any of these. I recommend lock picking, as soon as you can. Get lockpicking, and then I'm going to get dual striking, because as a human, you start out with daggers. You get a bow later on, but you get daggers first. We're going to start on easy because I am a wimp. Duncan, which was that warden, you'll find out his name later, is going to take it away and give us the story of the Gooselands here in a moment, so I'm going to shut up as soon as that happens. Hopefully soon. This is a long loading screen. I feel silly saying all this. Yeah, don't enter battle with your bare hands. Very dumb move. Oh, is it done? It's
For
done.
generations, your family, the Gooselands, has stewarded the lands of Heyo, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Gooseland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there.
Don't call me Pop.
How?
That's
You
weird.
remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
Unlike in other Dragon Age games, you play a silent protagonist in this one. I'm sorry, I'm fixing my chair. But you do have a lot more dialogue options. So we have 4 in this case. I'm gonna say the second one, and you, Arl Howl.
My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
No.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days.
As a
Make up
female
yourself.
human noble, you
Quite
get
talented, I'm
signed
sure.
up for a lot of arranged
One to
marriages
watch.
in your opening.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason.
Quit calling me
While
Pop.
your brother and I are
It's
both away,
weird.
I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Is that really necessary?
This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
That's so goofy.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Gooseland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
I am an
Honor though
excellent
that might
candidate.
be, this is my daughter we're talking
My eyes are
about.
very bright. I rather liked that idea, Father.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend
I'm just
to
straight up
invoke
saying
the
I
right
want to
of
do it, and my
conscription.
dad's like, no.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Only if you stop calling me pup. Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to
Who
lead the
names their
troops to
kid
Ostagar ahead of
Fergus?
me.
Are you trying to get rid of
We
me?
must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
But I want to talk to Duncan. So we're gonna get a bunch of quests here because of DLCs. I'm gonna talk to Duncan.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
I was hoping to ask you a quick question or two.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
If he does, I'll fight him. How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large, darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith.
I hate him.
I suppose
Jesus
we shall
Christ,
see
how?
for ourselves once we arrive at the king's camp.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You are young and very skilled, or so I hear. Many of the
They heard see me
finest
do
Grey
shit.
Wardens have been women. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise.
Thank you.
The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
Did you really come all this way to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden.
Oof.
Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
So this is his last stop. You know the king?
Not well. King Cailan is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he's a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
Are there really Darkspawn in the south?
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Cailan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
How many Darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
I'll leave you alone
Until
then.
we speak again.
Alright, so we've talked to Duncan, learned quite a bit.
Good evening, my lady.
We're gonna get a bunch of freaking stuff here. So, let's see. You can just walk around. I do believe that that is my mom on the wall. And that is my dad on the wall. Where is this armor? I want that armor. Let me go through this door. There's just a rope. Somebody's dog is really freaking loud.
Very well.
Bunch of elves. Hello.
The Terran and the Arl are supposed to leave before dawn. It'll be a long night.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Well, I sure hope so, because that's kind of your job here. No hating towards the elves. I do genuinely love elves. Just get a good look around, you know? You never know what you're gonna find, because this is an adventure game after all. And you want the things you can find. I will show you.
It shall be done.
Oh hey, I didn't know the door opened. It's this door. This door is the one that doesn't open. This one. You'll never know what you'll find. This is an adventure game, so, you know, RPGs, you'll find a bunch of really weird stuff. There is a way, so if I open up inventory, which is I on computer, which, side note, I'm playing the computer version that you can get on Origin. I'm going to put that in my hotbar. But we can access this, and you guys can see that we have 20 out of 70, 19 now, out of 70 items here. And just put all of this stuff on. But, so yeah, once you hit 70, you're full, and you can't add any more items. However, there's items that you can get to bring that up to 125. And there's also a chest attached to one of the DLCs that you can just store your stuff in, so you don't have to carry it around everywhere. So, let's go through this way.
As you say.
Oh, this is the Chantry. The church-like setting. Hello,
Maker, prepare a place
Malal,
for us.
I mean.
Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
I'd appreciate that, Mother Malal.
Please, child, call me Malal. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Make her watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Make her forgive us all.
There now. I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Yep. Thank you.
It is the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
I'm gonna have a very busy day after everyone leaves, huh? Alright, continuing on with our little journey. This door takes us back to where we started, because that was the door over there that we took. So there's Duncan, Arl, Hal, and our father. This is just, I don't know what this is. I don't think there's a marker on the map. Just open this chest, take that. Yeah, this is why I say get lockpicking, because it makes your life so much easier. Eventually I get a companion who starts with, I think, level 2 lockpicking, but by that point I had level 3, so she couldn't do anything. It was a whole thing. Let's go in here.
Oh, my lady, we were just,
Taking a break.
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, men. I won't say anything.
We appreciate that, my lady. Thank you.
Just go back to your cards. Nothing's happening. We can't get into here till, I'm assuming, later. Continue on our merry little way. Oh!
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was the cook. Nan won't leave.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mavari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Stupid dog. He never behaves.
Quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Okay, we're gonna actually go in here.
Good evening, my lady.
There's people we can talk to, but I'm gonna enter this room first. See if I can find any chests. Wow, this was really useless. Come on, Sir Gilmore. Let's go talk to this guy. He has a special name.
Hello, my dear girl.
Hello.
By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Who voices this
Do we
guy?
have to? History is boring.
History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Gooselands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
It's all right. It is boring.
I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson.
I'm a bit old for lessons, I think.
Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellects.
Very well.
Wonderful. Oh, the Gooseland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
When was our line founded?
Records are vague, but the Gooselands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
During the lycanthrope plagues.
Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Gooseland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
Your lecturing does lead to yawning.
A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of Heyo since before King Callan had united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Gooseland battled Callan to maintain Heyo's independence.
And Callan had let us keep the Terraner?
Callan wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Callan asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
We opposed the king.
The Gooselands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Callan was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Callan's army reached Heyo, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Callan won.
Tell about our relationship with Arl Howl.
The history between the Gooselands and the Howls reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
When did Orlais occupy Heyo?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Heyo. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
We fought, well, unfortunately, but we couldn't lose Harper's Ford.
Correct. That caused a rift between the two families, as you might imagine. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Callan, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lessons, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Who voices him?
We have to listen to you now.
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans.
Only I'm allowed to be a
Perhaps
smart-mouth
you should
hooligan.
go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. Don't ask myself all this, what do you do?
Alright, so let's see. If we go up this way, if you look, that lady, Turna Eleanor, that is our mother, and there's some other people. We're not going to go there yet. We're gonna do a sharp left into this room and find nothing. This is a dining hall, it appears. I have a feeling that's my dog. Doop boop ba doop. Just keep heading this way.
Good evening, milady.
Good evening. We could go in there, or we could hear me out. Not. Let's go into this room first.
It shall be
There's a
done.
kitty in this room. Good damn. God, that's so loud.
Very well.
Alright, let's actually go in and get my dog.
It is begun. Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Don't bully the
calm
elves.
down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Perhaps no. I'm sorry he's bothering you now.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Quit bullying the elves. My god. Hello, kitty. Kitty. Doggy.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Look at his little tail. Are you trying to tell me something, boy?
He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Hey, yeah, so this is Editing Lexi coming in hot. I thought this would only be one video, and then the final video ended up being 1 hour and 30 minutes. So this is a 3-parter. Yeah, find out what the dog found in the next episode, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. This is not a normal ending. I'm so sorry. I should have paid attention to how long this video was getting.